guest that wanted to be on my show and said, hey, if you're going to talk political, I don't want to be on your show. And I go, political? What am I'm talking about? The United States might go into a recession in 2019, and people don't want to believe in the earth changes with the climate. If that's political, that's, if you look at my show, it's Night Dreams Talk Radio, and everything I post on it is paranormal and conspiracy. And, that's what my show is. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. There's about 10,000 other, shows out there to listen to.
Yeah, and I mean, those two topics, unfortunately, it's not so much political as it is just flat-out reality at this point.
Well, yeah, and I know we're off the subject, but I got a funny feeling 2019 is going to be one hell of a ride starting about in the middle of it.
Better buckle up, right?
Yeah. Now, I'm going to invite you on the latter part of December if you want to come back on for like 2 hours.
I would love to come back on, Gary. Again, this is the first time that I've been on radio talking about this topic. I really appreciate you giving me the time to do it on your show. So I'd be absolutely thrilled to come on anytime you'd like to have me.
Well, I'm glad to have you on. See, that's just it. If a lot of these shows, if I was with this network, I hate to say it, you probably wouldn't have been on. And
I understand that.
And you know what? It was a good conversation. You touched base on all the important subjects, and what you said had to get out, and you got it out. And that's what we need to do with these type of shows.
Sure. Yeah, and again, I really appreciate the opportunity, Gary, and it's really a thrill for me that, particularly that you have a connection with Art Bell. I still to this day listen to Art's old shows, and I just loved his voice and his delivery was awesome, but also such a groundbreaking personality in this topic and really getting it out to the mainstream, so to speak, through the radio. And the fact that you have a connection with him, too, just really adds to the thrill for me. So, again, I really thank you an awful lot. And, again, I also invite all your listeners to check out AverageGuyUFO.com and certainly give us your feedback on our articles and our posts that we have on there. We love to hear from you.
Yeah, please do, people. I will say this real quick was about Art Bell. A month before he died, I was on the phone with him, and we were talking, about equipment I should get and what to avoid, right? And, I said, I wish I would have bought the book, The Superstorm, that you and Whitney wrote, and that's all I said, right? And he said, well, you could probably find it on eBay. And I go, whatever. I blew it off, okay? Now, this is honest for God truth story, okay? All of a sudden, the news hits that he passed on, okay? That following Monday, I go to my mailbox. I open up my mail, and here's a little, package from Art Bell. I bring it. I bring it into my studio. I open it up, and guess where it was, or what it was. It was
the book.
It was the book. And I tell you, it hit me, that hit me so hard. I mean,
I bet.
Yeah, it's just like I was like in a depression like you wouldn't believe for the whole weekend.
I'm sure. It was such a tremendous loss. I mean, I was really happy when he was on Sirius for a short time, and I'm a big Sirius radio fan. I like their product. I listen to all different things, but that was really exciting to me when he was on there. I was so sad when he left because it was hard to find his show elsewhere. But man, what a great loss to just entertainment in general, but also this UFO topic when Art passed away. Just a huge loss.
Well, I will tell you a real quick story, and then we'll go. Is a lot of people don't realize when Art Bell was doing in Las Vegas, he was doing a normal talk show. People talking about politics, talking about whatever. Okay. And one of his friends was John Lear, and John Lear came in to see him. And Art told me the story is that he was kind of getting burned out talking politics. He was tired of it. And John Lear says, well, you know what? You need to get onto this thing about UFOs and the paranormal. And Art said it hit him like a light switch, like a brick fell on his head. And he went up to his boss at the radio station and says, hey, I don't want to do on my next show, I don't want to do anything political. I want to try this new thing out, talking about, paranormal UFO type of thing and see what happens. Well, there it is. There's history right there.
Sure.
The people ate it up, and that's how. If it wasn't for Art Bell, you wouldn't be going on Facebook and finding paranormal. I mean, he did so much for the paranormal UFO thing, more than anybody ever did. He did.
He really did. And what he started with Coast to Coast is just really exceptional as well, and still lives on today. You cannot listen to that show or think about that show without Art Bell's fingerprint all over it. It just simply wouldn't be what it is without what he did and his vision for it.
Wow. Okay, my friend. Well, I'll get a hold of you in the next few days. I'll send you an email. We'll set up and book another date and get you on for 2 hours.
Sounds good to me, Gary. Really appreciate your time tonight. Thank you again for having me on.
Yeah, I'm glad that you were on. So anyway, you take care, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, Gary. Have a great evening.
You too, and great weekend for you, too.
Bye-bye.
Well, boy, the time has gone fast. If you want to help keep Night Dreams going without being commercialized, okay, because I got a big decision I have to make here shortly. And I really like the way it is going now. I don't want to run commercials on my show. I really don't. I don't want to go on a massive bunch of radio stations. I don't mind a few small mom and pop radio stations, but I don't want to go really on a network at my age. I don't really want it. So I'm going to ask you for some help here. Go to www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. That's www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. Hit the donation button. Click a buck or two. Through PayPal, it's secure. That helps pay for our server, the bandwidth, and all this stuff, to bring you our show, Night Dreams Talk Radio. I try to bring you top quality guests, and some of the guests, you're going to hear on Coast to Coast, and you're going to hear on Midnight in the Desert, and you're going to hear it on some of the other ones, but then you're going to hear a lot of guests, honestly, that you won't hear on other shows. And I tell you, like the guest we had tonight was an awesome guest. And I had a lot to say. We had a logical conversation about aliens, UFOs, and all this stuff. So I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back on Monday at 7 p.m. talking UFOs to the end of the month. But don't forget, tomorrow from 7 to 8, Michael W. Hall will be on, filling in on the Saturday slot on Night Dreams Talk Radio. Well, with that, I'm going to jump out of here. You guys have a great weekend tomorrow, because of the way my family is, we're going to be celebrating our Thanksgiving tomorrow. So everybody, have a great one.
Please check out the Night Dreams Talk Radio website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. Also, if you want to keep our show free of advertising, just hit the donate button. Give a buck or two. Remember, all prior shows are always free to listen to. We at Night Dreams Talk Radio thank you for your support.